Hi, this is Michty Max's Digital Bits, and I'm going to show you how to create these no sponge gradient vicious flaming spikes nails that kinda remind me of Bowser from Super Mario. I got these 3mm gold spikes from the Born Pretty store, and I have a discount code and a link in the description box that gives you 10% off any order. For these gradient nails, you will need a metallic gold, orange and red polish, red square rhinestones, and of course the spikes and a top coat. And I think you can't play with rhinestones without the help of Embelly Jelly, and I have some codes for this little beauty if you want to get serious about bling. Check the description box for the link to my blog for the product details and more pictures. Okay, now I'm really spiked off. After I applied my base coats, I started off the gradient with this OPI nail polish in Goldeneye. I wiped off the end of the brush so there was just a small amount of polish on it, and I applied it to the base of my nails, covering the lower third of all my fingers except for the ring finger and thumb. Then I moved on to this red polish with gold sparkles throughout from Zoya called Kimmy, and I applied that to the lower third of my ring finger and thumbnails, making sure I thinned out the edge and staggered it to help with the gradient later. Now to blend the gold and the red, I chose Glitter Gel Fiery Furnace Brilliant Polish, which is a duochrome polish that changes from yellow gold to a pinky orange, and I applied that to the middle third of all my nails, overlapping the gold and the red polishes already applied. I thinned out the edge of that section, matching what I did with the first color. To cap off this gradient, I went back to the Zoya Kimmy polish and applied that to the tips of my nails. I repeated the method of wiping off the end of the brush to make sure I could overlap the pinky orange shade and get a good blend. Then for the accent nails, I finished off with OPI Goldeneye and blended that with the Fiery Furnace from Glitter Gel 2. I added a second coat to all three colors, overlapping the shades where I wanted them to blend, especially taking the middle shade onto the other two colors. When you want to create a gradient, it's best to choose colors that are in the same tonal family or have something in common, like how the middle polish I used here shows some properties of the gold polish and has a pinky tone similar to the red. It really helps to dab your brush along the separation line between the colors to make them mix well. Also, choosing colors that are all metallic make getting a good effect really easy. So I went back in with the red, orange and gold polishes until I was happy with the opacity and gradient. It goes to show that you don't need a sponge or any other apparatus if you want to do a gradient nail. Then to even out the texture and help the polishes to dry, I whipped out Seche Vite Dry Fast top coat and slathered that all over my nails. I took a gold metallic acrylic paint that I got from the craft store and a fine liner brush that I got from Born Pretty and mixed up a diluted gold paint on this piece of foil here. I loaded up my brush and painted squiggly lines that were meant to be flames up my accent nails, but don't really look exactly like that. This bit is totally optional and pretty much useless for the final effect, but I was experimenting and I thought I'd show you what I did. Then I went back to the Goldeneye polish and painted along those flame lines with the liner brush to make them sparkle. Then to blend in the base of those lines, I added a bit more of the red Zoya Kimmy polish. So to get prepared for the fun part, I got out these 3mm gold spikes from Born Pretty store, and they generously gifted me with tons of these. You can see them used in these 2 lip tutorials, which I'll list in the description box. I also wanted some red bling, so I grabbed this baggie full of multicolored little square rhinestones that I got off eBay, and I separated out the red ones and put them to the side. This next bit is a whole lot easier if you have the perfect tools for the job. When I'm working with rhinestones and other embellishments, I love to use Embelly Jelly from ScraPerfect, which is this tacky material on the end of a stick that helps you place rhinestones really quickly and doesn't leave any residue to stop them sparkling. You can check out a coupon code in the description box if you love to get crafty with stuff. So as you can see here, Embelly Jelly helps to pick up these little spikes and rhinestones. To get these embellishments to stick to my nails, I am choosing to use top coat, so I applied a generous layer to my ring finger and then quickly picked up my Embelly Jelly stick and placed the square rhinestones over the lower third of my nail in a diagonal configuration. I pressed them down with the other end of the stick to make sure they were embedded in the polish and wouldn't go anywhere. Then I went for the little gold spikes and pressed them down with my finger, layering them above the stones in a line 3 across. I added some extra top coat and then applied 2 more spikes in the row above in between the spaces. I did the same on my thumb, but added a line of 4 spikes and then 3 above that since my thumbnail is wider, and it took no time at all with Embelly Jelly. And to finish, I smooshed those deadly sparkly looking dealies onto my nails. And now all I have to say is don't touch your face. I'm serious. I scratched up my face something fierce with these little 3mm gold spikes, which unlike their 6mm counterparts are quite sharp. But maybe that's just because I flail my arms about when I talk, so it might just be my problem. Either way, I really loved how these turned out, and they were as dangerous as they were cool looking. Don't forget to check the description box for my Born Pretty store and ScraPerfect discount codes and links. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed these colourful metallic hazardous nails and subscribe for more tutorials. Check the description box for the link to my blog for more pictures and the product details.
Click the little boxes if you want to see other tutorials.
You can check out my social media Beelzebubs linked in the description box. I'm Michty M everywhere and I'll see you there. Also check iTunes for my podcast and music.